I am still hanging out with some Paizo folks on the first day of Origins Game Fair, and I'm being joined by Tonya Woldridge, who is pretty much kind of like the grand poobah of, actually that's usually the term I use for myself, but kind of the grand poobah of the Pathfinder Adventure Card Game Society, which is effectively an organized play society at your friendly local comic stores and game stores. So let's talk a little bit about that.
About Card Society, yes. We actually rebranded this year we used to be the Card Guild, but we wanted to bring card game in with Pathfinder Society, Starfinder Society, and make it one big family under one team. We also got a dedicated developer this year in Linda Zayas Palmer. So now she is in charge of all of our storylines and working with us to bring this to the masses. It is.
And the new edition just came out about 3 weeks ago. Is that about right? About 3 weeks?
So, yep. So brand new, fresh off the boat. We're just getting to see some of these.
Got that new game smell.
It does. We haven't even popped the plastic on this one. It's still nice and fresh.
Pick these up and show these off in just a little bit.
I think we can.
But before we actually get into like the nuts and bolts of the game, tell me a little bit about why would someone want to leave the comfort of their home to go to a game store or a comic book shop to play the Pathfinder Adventure Card Game?
Well, it's a good game in itself, and it's fun to play just what's in here, but we expand the content. So you buy one box, and you get double or even triple the stories out of it. It's a deal.
But wait, there's more!
There is! Coming with that is. No. Really, it's a chance to interact with people and friends. You can play this as a single person. You can play it in your house. But the camaraderie, the friendships, the story...
Are you insinuating there's no friendships in my house with my gaming gang?
Well, maybe. If they like
if you want to have friends, you got to go and be part of the society. Otherwise, it just doesn't work.
Socializing, it's an important thing. But really, it's another way to play. It's another way to interact. And so we always looked at it that this is a cooperative game, and we wanted to expand the methods of cooperation. But you don't have to leave your house to play this with other people.
Because for the right price, Tonya will come over to your house and she will run the latest adventure. Okay, maybe not.
That actually sounds like a good perk. Yeah. If I need to quit my day job. Wait. Not quitting day job. No, we actually have this online now as well. So if you have a core set, you can log on to our online platform with other people around the world and play through the scenarios that way as well. So we have a dedicated person, Tyler Beck, that does that for us. He's our volunteer community online coordinator for our card game. So you've always been able to go to the virtual tabletops and play the role-playing game, but we've surmounted the hurdles.
There's been the app.
Yep, exactly. So unfortunately, we don't know if we're getting any new things there. It would be nice, but I don't think so. I think that the app is where it's going to stay at this point.
For those that are going to take part in this society too, as a player, do you get the materials to bring home to play that adventure with your friends? Your home friends?
You have a character that you can build out of the base set, or you can get a character deck and take that with you as well. Everything's self-contained. You don't really need to take it with you back and forth. You can keep your character sheet. But the nice thing about this one is you sit down, you have a couple of chronicles that tell you what you've earned through the game, and that's all you need is a couple pieces of paper, and everything else is contained in the box. Yep.
Your loot.
But it's all a couple of sheets of paper, makes it much more portable, much easier to move around with. Not the backpack. You can take the folder and just off you go.
Now, if you care to hold up the core set, now this is a big box.
It is a big box.
It's a hefty box.
It's got some weight.
Hey, this is empty. It's got some heft to it.
It is slightly empty.
Because I'm sure there's some components that are not in that box that are actually in the other room where everybody's playing.
No, this is actually a full self-contained set here. Everything you need is in it. But we have built it with expansion room.
Well, look at that. Somebody's been talking to AG, I guess.
We may have. We may have some future plans for this. So,
I don't know. Future plans. What could that possibly mean?
Well, we've done Curse of the Crimson Throne, and we were talking about at Paizo Con with some of the developers what they'd like to do next. And they've got 5 or 6 different adventure paths on the plate that they're debating.
I'm shocked.
What may be the next one out. And they didn't leak a lot of it, but they did say, we've got plans. So
I would assume it's not as if Paizo doesn't release stuff.
And plan in the future. 3, 4, 5 years?
Now, as far as the game itself.
Yeah.
I'm curious, and I have had people ask me, and I'm like, well, I haven't played it yet. I've got a review copy on the way. I haven't really seen it. They're asking, what is the difference between this second edition as opposed to the first edition?
It's not a second edition. It is a streamline of what it used to be. Just because there isn't a lot of difference.
Okay.
In the base game, in the base way it plays, it really does not play different. You sit down, you build your locations, you go out, you have an objective, you fight it. The biggest difference is the storybook.
Okay.
So one of the things, and this is where organized play feeds back into the community, is this is how we've told our stories in the guild for years. Separate PDF stories that give you everything. Because, you know, when you look at a card, there's not a lot of words that fit on one little card. So this is the story. This was everything we could tell. Now, this is the story and everything we tell. So you sit down, you read your story out loud, you set up the game, you play through your encounter, you get your resolution, and then you go, okay, flip it over, next one. So these are easier to publish than the box. So we can do unlimited amounts of this just to keep going.
But you heard it from Tonya. She said, you don't have to buy this if you got the first edition. She just told you guys that.
So,
teasing. I'm
but
joking.
You want this because it's so pretty. Brand new art. And it's new art. It is new art. It's got all of the rules that we've learned over 4 different releases put into one book. And it's got a beautiful glossary so you can find all of those rules really, really easy. It really did just take all of the errata and all the different pieces, and you have to look here and you have to look there and put it all in one place. So for a new player that's never seen it before, exactly, you can get down, you can read through the rules, there's a quick start guide, so if you know the game, this is what you need to know that's different. This is what we're putting in there. And they've future-proofed it. So some of the rules that are in here will be used in future releases. We don't have to go back and release this core set again. You know, having one of these on my shelf versus 4 of these on my shelf, yeah, it's a space saver. Exactly. I like my job.
So what's kind of interesting as far as the storylines for the society?
So we are in our interim. With the launch of the new core set, we decided to release 4 mini adventures, Fangwood Thieves, that kind of introduce play, and they walk you through the steps of getting started, a little lower threshold for maybe some dangers until the end, and then we ramp it up and go, okay, we're going to release you on the world. At Gen Con, we are releasing our new year, and it will be Year of Rotting Ruin. So
it's at my house. Yeah.
Is your porch sagging? Because the icon's porch is sagging a little bit.
I actually have a porch, really. I got a deck out back. It's not sagging.
Go jump on it, make sure it's sturdy.
Side. My pastiness. Sun.
That means then you can't play games because you have, taking this out, it does.
My house. I have friends. I don't have friends.
No one loves you. I hate to break it to you. No one loves you.
No one's ever going to see this interview.
I'm guaranteed. It's going to bury in the vaults forever.
Oh, I lost that file. Good thing I got that interview with Thurston when we were talking about Starfighter.
Storyline, Year of Rotting Ruin. The end of Pathfinder First Edition in the role-playing side is got this whispering tyrant and a whole bunch of world problems and undead everywhere, and we're moving that story into the card game and starting to see the resolution of it and what happens in the aftermath of all this death and destruction. And that's what the season's going to look at.
Fantastic.
Yep, and then we're looking at some mini non-related adventures that allow people to jump in or there.
Standalones?
Exactly, because we found that 6 full adventures meant that if the gaming group couldn't get together or someone fell behind, and people were like, well, what happens then? We don't just want to put it on the shelf and not play. So now we'll have these small inner ones that we can interject in there. Oh, we just need a small pickup game. Here we go. We want to make it accessible.
Damn you, Joe Bob, you were supposed to be here tonight. Guess we'll have to do the standalone.
Exactly. We also are sanctioning all of the content in the core set for use in society. So the first time ever that we are having sanctioned material. So you can play Curse of the Crimson Throne and get credit on your organized play character.
Nice.
Yeah. So, again, it's all integration. We're trying to integrate our product lines with our organized play program and make it a stronger family to do it. So. Yep. Probably blue. Just,
The Paizo color.
It's the Paizo color. Absolutely.
Any final thoughts you'd like to share with the audience, Tonya?
We will be at Gen Con running demos.
What's that?
Best.
It's only my favorite convention. Yes, I'm sitting here at Origins talking about Gen Con.
Can I say the best 4 days in gaming?
Yeah, that's her tagline.
It is, and lightning didn't strike, so I think I'm okay.
There's a certain role-playing game that's the world's most popular role-playing game.
Might be getting a new edition there, but we will have this there along with a new tournament for those that like to play card game. We will actually be putting a competitive edge to this at Gen Con, and then we will start releasing that out to other conventions throughout the year. So
you can win thousands of dollars. You heard it from me right here.
Maybe $50 in vouchers.
Hey, well,
There is a prize.
I was going to say, I was joking. I didn't think there'd be anything.
Oh, no. And bragging rights that you survived one of the hardest tournaments that we've ever put out.
Some people dig bragging rights more than they do vouchers.
It's a valuable commodity. So we will be there up in the Sagamore Ballroom, and come on by and see us. We will get you in a game.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Tonya, thanks for taking some time out. You guys are just rocking and rolling back there.
Yep. Back to work for me.
Enjoy Origins.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching my Origins Game Fair 2019 coverage. If you'd like to see more convention coverage, click right here. And if you'd like to see a somewhat random video from the Gaming Gang channel, including recordings of the live Monday through Friday episodes of The Daily Dope, click right here. Once again, I'm Jeff McAleer. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe.